facial hair, it's important to look mature. Feels so not appropriate to say that, but they have dad bodies.
Intelligence, deportment, communication style. I can't be friends with somebody like that.
But looks matter. They do. Welcome back, everyone, to the first official episode of the Style Your Success podcast show. I'm Devlina. I'm here with the fabulous Shelly Ann.
Hello, friends. Today, we're diving into a topic that's as thrilling as it is crucial. First impressions. Is it really overrated? Let's explore. Now, first impressions play a crucial role in our personal and our professional lives. Yes, it definitely does. They are the initial judgments people make about us based on our appearance, behavior, as well as our communication. And whether we like it or not, these first impressions can significantly impact our relationships, opportunities, and even our success. But the big question being asked is first impression really overrated? Tabelina, what is your take on this?
We all have heard that saying, first impression is the last impression. But how lasting it really is. Is it overrated? Okay. Now let me tell you a story here. I was invited to a mixer slash speed dating event. So this is a friend of mine who organizes it. And he wanted to come up with this idea that, why not make it a little more meaningful? Like, let me just add some value for the participants. So with that, he came to me that every time he would do a little bit of a review toward the end of the event, he would see that men and women alike, the participants, would always say that it's always the first step to show that I'm interested is the toughest, because it's not the other person. It's just that individual holding oneself back from being approachable, agreeable, because of their insecurities. And that's quite sad. Then my friend got in touch with me as a consultant, if I would be interested in doing a segment for the event, like before the mixer begins, like something where I would talk about the importance of self-esteem and self-acceptance and how that directly relates to making an impactful first impression. Now, did I say yes? Hell yes.
I'm sure.
So in my first session, there were a group of guys, who asked me for a solution to a problem. Now, that was the first time that I heard about that problem. It sounded very valid. The problem was that they feel having facial hair is important to look mature, but at the same time, they feel insecure because they have, it just feels so not appropriate to say that, but they have dad bodies with a regular bulge around their midriffs. Some had receding hairline, while some were partially bald. Now, they thought to make an impactful first impression, they had to follow that beauty standards of donning a sexy beard, a mustache. But then again, they were not really hot, what the definition of a hot guy was. Like the abs, the stylized hair, and specifically, no bulge around the midriff. Now, they are regular 9-to-5 job guys, with little or no fitness routine. So, are they not good enough? Now, it's clear that first impression is definitely not about conforming to the standards, but it's majorly about their mindsets. They thought they were not conforming to a certain good looks or standards of good looks, which is a highly volatile and cultural aspect. But they were trapped and their self-esteem was at an all-time low. So with further discussion, I found out that it's not just at dating they were holding themselves back. It's the same pressure of not being good enough. It's not letting them be good enough in their minds.
Wow. I am pretty sure that these guys beneath the dad bodies and the bulge in the midriffs and not being hot, I'm pretty sure they have some pretty good, personalities. And we, at times, when we see people, that doesn't fit a certain physical or fit into certain, they don't have certain physical attributes or they look a certain way, we write them off as being losers, based on our first impression of them. And the so-called hot guys, most of the times they turn out to be the ones that I won't say losers, but our first impression of them is actually not what it doesn't turn out that way. And I think it's sad that we make our impressions of people based on their appearance, what they look like, if they're hot or not, that kind of stuff.
Right.
Now, I would like to share an experience while I was back in university. So whenever I enter into like a space for the first time, like a school, a workplace, social environment, whatever it is, I love to observe. I'm pretty sure that just like everybody else, I observe the environment, study it, that kind of stuff. And I choose my friends based on several factors. Intelligence, deportment, communication style, and the whole work. So based on my observations of my colleagues or my classmates, I formed a little group or a little clique. It was about 3 or 4 of us. And there was this young lady who, she ticked all the boxes. She was beautiful. Her appearance, she was well groomed, well put together, spoke properly and everything. Anyways, as we proceed throughout the first semester, and everybody started to show their true selves and their true colors, the real people start coming out. Young lady, she started to surprise me, and I'm like, I was taken aback, but she's not what I perceived her to be. Her mannerism, she was ill-mannered, disrespectful even to the lecturers. She was raucous at times, and I was taken aback. I'm like, what? Excuse me. Long story short, we didn't continue to be friends because I can't be friends with somebody like that. They say, show me your company and I know who you are. Her behavior left a bad taste in my mouth. And this goes back to say, first impression. My first impression of her, was totally wrong. And I just want to tie this in with, what we're discussing here. You don't always have the right first impression of people. So it's very important for us to look beneath the appearance, the grooming, the style and the clothes and everything, and try to find that person in there. Sometimes that's hiding, whether it's a nice person or a not so nice person. Dave, what do you think?
I always feel that looks matter. They do. We like it or not, but looks matter. But it is never about being beautiful. That's a different thing.
Well, as they say, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder.
Exactly. Beauty is always, I feel, that now this is again, a very personal opinion. I feel beauty is always conforming to culture. But looks matter because, it again goes into a little scientific, psychological part because it is an innate quality in us that when things align with our aesthetic choices, it helps us to assume, judge, and decide easily. This is called the halo effect. And that's pretty much where, the whole concept of first impression was born. We think that first impression is about making an impact. But in reality, what we try to do is establish trust.
That's very true. I agree with you. And while first impressions are important, it's very important to note that they're not the sole determinant of a person's character or abilities. People can evolve and change over time, and a poor impression can be improved with subsequent, interactions and consistent positive behavior. And on the flip side, a great first impression, as in the case of my university experience, can change over time. When the person is not authentic upfront and then their true self starts to come out, that's when we see that our first impression of them, was wrong, whether it was on the positive side or on the negative side. And, don't get me wrong, certainly the significance of first impressions cannot be understated in various aspects of life. For example, in situations such as a job interview, meeting someone for the first time, or even at a social event, you cannot undersign the importance of first impression. And certainly, the significance of these impressions cannot be understated. As I said, uh, they can empower us to make a conscious effort to present our best selves, in these different situations. And we should know that making a memorable and a positive impact during these encounters is important for several reasons, such as trust and respect, lasting impact, and opportunities. However, while it's crucial to make a positive first impression, it's equally important to remain authentic. People love and appreciate genuine individuals, and trying to be someone you're not can backfire in the long run. Being
Absolutely.
authentic, yes, being authentic, it means being true to your values, true to yourself, as well as your personality. It's about being comfortable with who you are and not pretending to be someone that you are not, just for the sake of making a good first impression or for someone to like you. So, striking a balance between making a first impression or a positive first impression and staying true to your authentic self is the key to success and the key to having like a successful social and professional life as well as interactions. Hey, what do you think?
You know, what you just said, I mean, makes so much of like it was so much insightful. I'm guessing, like, for our audience, that would be like, something that is like an information to really share, and also like, take back from this video. And so I would like to ask our audience, what do you really think? Like, do you think first impressions are really overrated, or is it something that is an innate quality that we try to use often? So, thank you for tuning in to another inspiring episode of Style Your Success. We hope you enjoyed our discussion on first impression. Is it overrated? As always, we are here to empower you with the knowledge and confidence you need to define your unique path to success.
We would love to hear from you. Connect with us on social media. Share your thoughts. Let us know what you'd like for us to discuss in future episodes.
Right. And don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review on your favorite podcast platform. Your feedback means the world to us and helps us continue bringing you valuable content.
Remember, the journey to success is not just about reaching your destination, but enjoying the ride along the way. Stay stylish, stay inspired, and keep styling your success. Until next time, I'm Shelly.
Develina,
Peace
bye.
out.